Hello, and welcome to Gay Ravings. As always, I am Ethan,
Hi, Ethan.
and who's this then?
I'm Jason.
Hello, Jason, nice to meet you. Why don't you start us off with a fun fact?
Uh, oh wait, we have to do the disclaimer first.
Oh,
All
yeah,
the fun facts are only recollections of the truth. They are not the full truth. If for the full truth, go do your own research
yeah,
because it is more fun to actually know these things than it is to just hear other people and think, well, now you know everything.
yeah, they're for entertainment purposes only. Entertainment slash novelty purposes.
Yeah, plus I can't memorize entirely everything of human existence,
Yeah,
even the fun stuff.
he's only human, so with that in mind,
Gross.
I know humans are pretty nasty.
Yeah.
With that in mind, go ahead.
All right. Well, I did have one earlier in the week when we were talking, but to be honest, my memory is a goldfish. So I wanted to go with something a little more fun, and I remembered my first serialized anime, well, manga, was Red River. So that'll be my fun fact for today, which is an old isekai of this girl being displaced through time and space into ancient Mesopotamia.
Okay.
So,
My
if you guys
first
want a good read, Red River.
my first serialized manga was Dragon Ball, the original Dragon Ball manga. It's
I mean,
about
it's a good one.
yeah, it's about this kid called. In case you haven't heard of it, it's basically Journey to the
Sorry,
West, but
in case you haven't heard of it.
well, you never know. You
I
know,
know. I'm gonna laugh at you though for that one.
um, it's like when I say there are certain things. I've got two really young cousins, and sometimes I say things to them, and they're like, "What's that thing you just said?" And I'm like, "Oh my god, I'm so old."
Technically speaking, it is one of the early ones, so I do get it, but that doesn't
Regardless,
mean I don't find it entirely hilarious.
yeah, entropy's fun in it, but yeah, it's about this kid called Goku, and he goes on a it's Journey to the West with a kid called Son Goku who teams up with this rich girl called Bulma to find seven Dragon Balls, which are just stones. They're not actual dragon testicles. Obvious joke is obvious. Which, when brought together, will allow you to make a single wish. So
As long as you don't make the Guardian mad.
well, yeah, I mean, the obviously it's at the Guardian's discretion, the wish grantor's discretion, but you know, gathering the Dragon Balls will give you a chance, and it's he's usually quite good at granting wishes. He's not really a prick about it, which is nice for wish stories because the standard template for a story with wishes is it ends up biting them in the arse.
You know what? As it should.
Did you ever read The Monkey's Paw?
I mean, I know entirely too much about it.
Uh, I mean,
Remember, the my culture is the one that came up with the genie in the first place.
oh yeah. Or okay, I don't know. Have you seen the episode of The Simpsons about it?
From way back when?
Yeah.
Yes.
Treehouse of Horror's always been the best.
Those are one of the better ones for sure.
Yeah, like even modern Treehouse of Horror, I can actually watch. Whereas, okay, it's had its ups and downs, Treehouse of Horror, but um,
Some
although
of them are just insufferable.
Yeah. Although some people tell me that the new season of The Simpsons is really good, but I've been burned with that before.
Plus, I just don't care about The Simpsons anymore. I barely care about American Dad. And that one is actually somewhat funny.
Yeah, I've been watching It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia for about the 90th time. That's a funny show.
Also, for all those out there who don't understand, you are allowed to have different tastes than people you care about.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, but I'm gonna put that disclaimer out, into the world.
yeah. When I say that I absolutely adore It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, yeah, and you can tell what he thinks about it by the fact he just went yeah when I mentioned the title.
I don't know.
In case you haven't watched it, it's basically about a group of awful people who run this crappy little dive bar in Philadelphia together, and all of the horrible things they do to each other.
And that's the whole point,
Mm.
and people love it for that, especially the like horrible people part. But I mean, weirder fact is the Lady D from that show is a Portland native.
Ooh, didn't know that.
I didn't either until this last year when I was watching High Potential. So it's not the actor for me. It's definitely the media.
Yeah, I mean, it is possible for terrible people to make good things, like uh,
Well, I wasn't really thinking about that. I was just thinking like you definitely need to learn to separate.
yeah, like J.K. Rowling. Yeah,
I don't think we have enough to deal with that, so I would like to skip that topic considering how much lately that's become contested and problematic.
yeah. Um, I like The Onion.
Doesn't the Onion now know own the Infowars channel?
Oh yeah. So
Oh,
I doubt the
God.
actual content will change much.
No, but it will be less about lying and more about satire.
Yeah, it'll be about less about. Well, as I say, it'll be still be talking about turning frogs gay, but
I mean, you gotta turn him something.
yeah, I mean, just that and that still confuses me. I think that's still the stupidest thing I've ever heard.
Especially since some of those frogs can just change gender, so I don't know if you guys understand the whole of what you're talking about, but
I don't think. I think he just has a dartboard with like,
yeah, it's Mad Libs, but actually angry.
yeah, it's like Mad Libs. He has a dartboard of things people hate, and he throws a dart at it. He's like, right, we're gonna say they're gonna turn. He's got another dartboard with like a list of topics of things people like. Okay, so it landed on the gays and frogs. So we're gonna say, hey, the frogs are turning gay.
I mean, you gotta have something.
Hmm. To be fair, I do like frogs.
I do too. I like frogs. I like toads. The another fun fact, since my early one wasn't enough, I don't think, in my opinion. So that's the facts part. Toads never actually gave warts. The issue was entirely textual. I mean, textile for people back in the olden days, and the fear of like visible ugliness.
Well, toads aren't. Well, toads
No,
are.
it's the warts,
I know.
not the toad.
I'm just being a butt.
I know, but basically, toads are covered in these like lumpy spots all over that do feel like warts.
And they're adorable for it. They're like pugs. They're like the pugs of
Yeah.
the reptile world.
slimy pugs
Yeah.
that can lick their own eyeballs.
Oh, I wish I could do that.
To be honest, it would be fun.
Yeah, just to see everyone's reaction.
Yeah, I want to see what I taste like.
Yeah, I just want to go up to some rando in a pub and be all like, "Hey, check this out," and then lick my eyeballs.
I mean, some people can.
Jesus Christ.
Remember not yeah, Gene Simmons? That's the guy from Kiss?
Yeah.
Yeah, his tongue.
Okay, I'm trying not to make a dirty joke out of that.
I mean, it's already Gene Simmons.
Well, I think the joke pretty much tells itself, so I don't have. So me saying it would be redundant.
Yeah. Uh wow, now I'm having all the flashbacks.
Oh,
I was remembering one of my favorite games from ye olden days, Divine Divinity.
hell of a
Yes,
title.
very much the title is redundant redundancy, which is why the I had the flashback.
Oh,
It was such a good game, despite the fact that it was entirely redundant.
any relation to Original Sin?
Yes, that's the first one.
Oh, I like I like Original Sin.
Fun fact of Divine Divinity: you could be gay in it.
You can gay.
It was very rudimentary, but they had an adult brothel in like the big city,
Mhm.
and you could basically, for the first time with any gender, you would get a huge XP buff for just, doing it.
Well, it does give you experience, doesn't it?
It gave you a lot of experience. Like, I was late game by the time I got to that big city, and I'm pretty sure it gave me still a whole level.
Yeah, I've been playing a lot of Kingdom Come Deliverance, and even though in the sequel, you can gay, the game practically forced me to sleep with two different women. One of which was just she asked me to try on a shirt for her, and then next thing I know, we were just shagging. Yeah, but yeah, apparently in the second one you can date a dude, which is funny because anti-woke people were holding up the first one as like being a bastion of, oh, it's so anti-woke, it's so not woke, you know.
It's so not woke, it's anti woke.
I know, but then they were like, oh no, it went woke because you can snog a dude.
Uh,
But yeah, I got my sale, and it's so nice.
I,
It's so nice I get to turn that around for once because usually, um, it's
they get
when
more conservative.
yeah, it's when games do something to that upset marginalized people, and then people are like, "Oh, then I'm gonna buy it then because it upset just to piss people off." But yeah, it's nice to be on the other side of that for once.
Yep, games out of spite are fun.
Yeah, especially when like I tried so hard with the original Divinity, not the original Divinity, you idiot. The original
I just
King,
told you about it.
yeah, the original Kingdom Come. I tried for years and years to get into it. Then I discovered it only really gets fun if you mod it. But when it does get, and also the prologue is very long and deliberately very hard to put you on the back foot. But when you get past the prologue, it's fan dabby dozy.
I have never once heard that phrasing.
What, fan dabby dozy?
Yeah. Anyhow, keep going
what,
on.
well, what? How do you say it then?
I mean, I would assume fantastic, but I've never once heard that 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 pointed turn of phrase at all. So I was just like,
So, like,
you're so adorable.
Oh, thank you, but it's a common phrase around my way. What? Why don't we ask Chris when this goes up? Anyway, yeah, when you get past the
He'll
pro.
weigh in again against you and the ginger.
Oh god, that was humiliating. So after our little debate last week about how to pronounce the word ginger, um, it turned we asked our editor Chris, who's an English guy, hi Chris, how to say it, and he said that he also pronounced it ginger. So apparently it's just me who says ginger.
I mean, tell them. Oh no, I don't want to do you that dirty. Never mind.
Okay. Yep, I know what you're talking about, and yeah, I'd rather not. I'd rather that stay between us, if I'm honest.
You're welcome. I'm so kind.
Yeah.
Oh Lord.
Um. Yeah, I lost my train. But yeah, once you get past the prologue, it's a really good time. I found I've been enjoying the alchemy minigame more than I thought I would. Once you
Oh
get there,
wait, doesn't it have like actual like mixing parameters and
yeah,
like heat? Yeah, I heard of
yeah,
that.
you have to heat it to a certain degree, boil it for a certain amount of turns of the hourglass, add the ingredients in the right order, and like it took me a couple of tries to get the hang of it, but when I did, I got really into it.
Well, that's how it, you. I mean, I play Potion Crafter, which is a much more, I'm gonna say, simplified version of that probably because this one actually has like heating parameter times and all that. But to be honest, Potion Crafter has its way own like niche values of intensity. So yeah, that sounds like it could be a lot of fun.
I I I enjoyed Potion Crafter. I just couldn't work out how to get past a certain point.
Well, I
Um,
mean, they keep updating, so now it's just like time.
yeah. I think I also made a bit of a mistake getting it on the Switch rather than PC because it really does seem like it's suited more for mouse and keyboard.
It really is.
Yeah,
You
but
can barely toggle well enough to do
yeah,
that as is on the mouse and keyboard if you're not like particular.
yeah, I'm usually a console gamer. Um, my favorite console is the Switch.
And I'm still pretentious about playing
Hmm?
anything I can on my PC.
Yeah, he gets a bit snippy with me when we're playing together and I use a controller.
It's not that. It's like, oh, it's your random complaints in the middle of something almost simple. Like, how are you making it so difficult? You're just like, I'm just playing it hard mode, apparently.
I'm not. I'm just playing it in a way that's comfortable for me.
Not how you phrase it when you're upset.
Yeah, it's because I've grown up on controllers. I find mouse and keyboard, especially for like games where you move a character around with WASD. Like I'm fine with point and click, but when you move a character around with WASD, especially in a 3D environment, then I struggle a bit. Yes, Kingdom Come. It's a really good time when you get past the prologue, but the prologue is murder because they're basically trying to teach you because you're this poor peasant boy who's never held a real sword before. You can't even read at the start of the game. Like there's a whole side quest devoted to finding a scribe to teach you how to read, and I don't know, but I thought that detail was kind of cute.
I mean, it's much more realistic than a lot of games.
Yeah, yeah, and
And you know how many people live for realism in video games?
I usually don't. Usually, I find realism a pain in the butt. But I thought the whole idea of them having a side quest where you have to learn how to read, I thought that was kind of cute, especially because it's not a particularly long side quest. It's just ride here, pay a guy to teach you how to read, tell him what you think the books are about, and then you're good.
I mean, I do like the niche variety of games getting more expansive in their scope of what they want people to see as the showcase part of video game stuff. Because literature was a huge gatekeeping for people way back when.
Yeah, it's like there was a funny bit where the local priest of one of the villages has got absolutely pissed drunk. And then the bailiff says, "I'll write a letter to our lord complaining about you." And the priest just goes, "Dude, I'm the only one in the entire village who can write."
Just scribble to the Lord.
Yeah, I imagine it'd be end up like the shit Charlie writes down in It's Always Sunny.
Oh my god, that would be so messed up.
Yeah, but as I say,
The amount of the Lord probably beheading them for that. That would be so funny.
yeah. But yeah, there was a character who, at the start of the game, I thought was utterly intolerable.
Ain't that always so?
Yeah, but he's grown on me. Well, I did a quest to help him impress a lady at a bathhouse. I don't know.
I
He's
mean,
just
it is what it is.
yeah,
That's how people met back in the day, I guess.
yeah. But it turns out she's got a boyfriend, and I had to beat up the boyfriend for him.
Alright. Not sure I condone that one, but why not?
Well,
I mean, I don't have really one way or the other to say about it other than, alrighty then.
um, but yeah, that's pretty much all I've been playing recently. Apart from the occasional bit of 100 line, and I'm right near the end of that. I'm on day 87, I believe, of 100.
I mean, you got some time to figure out what you want to do.
Yeah, I don't. Did I bring this game up last time?
I mean, I think you did, but you didn't really go into too much detail.
It's a strategy game about where you have to survive 100 days defending this school from alien invaders.
Oh, no, you did not bring this one up last time. I thought you were talking about Kingdom Come Deliverance for whatever reason still.
No,
Keep
100.
going.
You play as this kid called Takumi who's living a sort of average life with his childhood friend Kurua in basically what turns out to be a well, it's not a spoiler because they mentioned right at the beginning that Sky's artificial. You've been living in a sort of protective dome, and then he he and Kurua get attacked by the alien invaders, and he discovers that his blood can turn into a sword and help him fight them. So after he activates that power, he wakes up in the academy with a group of other people, and they have to defend it for 100 days. It's by the people who made Danganronpa.
Oh, yeah, no, you did bring this up. I'm just
Ah,
bad at names of video games then.
okay.
But, I mean, you still like it, so why not talk
Yeah,
about it?
yeah. As I say, this whole podcast could just be me babbling about Kingdom Come, and
It's just going to be your repeated games of the moment.
yeah, I'm the sort of guy who can play the same game over. Like, usually I'll flip between games, but when I find a game that really grabs me, that's all I can think about. Like the other
Yeah,
week,
that's fair.
the other week it was Old Skies, and every time I was playing something that wasn't Old Skies, all I could think was, I want to go back to playing Old Skies. No offense to you, Jay.
Oh, no. Whatever will I do?
Cry. So, what did you get up to this weekend?
I mean, other than it was Mother's Day, so we got to go out to a nice
Oh,
little dinner.
that's nice. Happy Mother's
Yeah,
Day to your mum.
yeah, she was happy with that.
I'm glad.
Other than that, I worked, so uh, locally and local sports arena things. I mean, that and my roommate's out for the weekend, so my cat is miserable. Well, his cat, because his cat loves him and does not love anybody else.
Yeah, I wouldn't take it personally. Some cats are just weird. Like,
Eh, I get it, and I try not to be super sad about it, but when the cat cries seeing you, I'm a little sad.
well, like my cat. While my cat's Joker, one day I can be his best friend, and then the next he'll be try to scratch my face off.
Just like, I feed you, I love you, I would like you to want to cuddle with me a little bit, but I get it.
So this weekend I went to Warhammer World in Nottingham.
Oh, didn't you win finally?
Yeah, I played a game against another friend, and I won. We both had a good time, so in that way we both won. But in terms of points and soldiers, I won.
And the
Uh,
fact that you usually get trounced.
yeah, and it was the first time playing this new army, the Emperor's Children. So
Well, apparently they did you good.
yeah, there's this one unit, there's this one model, Full Grim, that just tears shit up.
Well, that's good. I mean, I have next to no idea about that, so you get to be the expert.
Okay, it's like a war game where basically you paint these models and then you fight them against each other, and each model has a different point value. And we were doing 1,000 point game, which means all our soldiers had to add up to 1,000 points.
Hmm.
And yeah, it was the unit, smallest version of the game, because Fulgrim, the unit I just mentioned, the one who teared shit up, it's about 380 points, I believe.
I mean, you'd know better than I would, but geez, he costs like what, over a third of your
Yeah,
resources just to have
yeah,
him?
yeah, but he is so worth it. Especially you just get him, and then you get a load of cheap um, infantry units, and you use the infantry units to hold objectives, or Fulgrim goes around tearing everything to shreds.
I'm glad you were able to tear things up. You're usually not, so lucky, so I want
Yeah,
to see you happy and winning a little
thank
bit
you,
more.
thank you. But a big part of it is the dice rolls. Usually, dice hate me, as you can attest. Mister broke my wrist during a fist bump in D&D.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah, I rolled a 1, try to fist bump his character, and the DM just decided, right, Jay's character, instead of just lightly tapping, just full on punches, and it breaks Ethan's character's wrist.
Well, it was also his, like, first interaction with a human, so, like, probably did not help anything.
Well, I was just trying to be friendly, and you
Oh,
broke
I
my wrist.
know. As
Oh,
friendly as you can be with a hobgoblin.
well, your character's a very friendly hobgoblin.
I know. He's a hobgoblin.
He's a goblin with a heart of hob. I don't know. That was tough.
I was I was trying to make a very, very terrible play on words, but it did not come across as more than me just reiterating the species.
Yeah, you said he was a hobgoblin.
Yeah,
Hot goblin?
I was saying he's a hobgoblin, aka he's a hob who was goblin. like you up.
Okay, so he's okay. Oh right, I get you.
Again,
Yeah,
very terrible play on words, but I do with
boo.
as little as I can what I can.
Um, I got a new scented candle when I was at Warhammer World.
Oh yeah, isn't it basically just pretentious lavender flavored?
It's lavender and some other flowers. Apparently, it's the scent of excess. I also, hmm?
The scent of excess is
Yeah, and I also got the scent of pestilence.
lavender. Oh, please tell me that's not also lavender.
No, it's sort of deodoranty, which I like the smell of deodorant.
You know what?
But
You do you, babe.
thank you. But yeah, I got it because in Warhammer there are things called chaos gods, and the scent of pestilence and the scent of excess are based on my two favourite chaos gods, Nurgle and Slanesh.
Well, does say a whole lot about your tastes.
What does it say then? I like Nurgle and Slanesh.
Yeah. I mean, in my opinion, that means you're a bit of a nasty freak, but
Oh yeah, definitely Slanesh. I mean, as I say, the candle's called
I would
the
say
scent.
Nurgle too, wouldn't.
What's wrong with Nurgle? He just wants everyone to be happy.
I mean, through pestilence, but sure, okay.
Yeah, he also thinks that bacterium and other such pathogens have the right to be happy.
I mean, technically speaking, that's not. That might be a very overtly, like, clinically literal point of view, but I guess I see the appeal, but the issue is pathogens tend to want to kill me, and I don't tend to want to be dead. So,
Yeah, but he's also, fairly utilitarian. So he thinks, if you dying can make billions of pathogens happy, then he assumes that you'd be cool with that.
I mean, I guess it does have enough Eldritch God flavor in that entire sentence that it makes my brain do a backflip to try to keep up. So,
Yeah, ancient evil gods. They're fun.
I mean, it doesn't necessarily sound evil in the. I don't know. He's messed up, but like being so messed up that you want people to be happy that the amount of happy is messed up seems wild, in my opinion.
Well, happiness is relative. What might make me really happy might make somebody else utterly miserable.
Oh, I know that part. I'm not condoning any of that. I'm more saying the like definite misery loves company vibes, but the company is misery.
That reminds me. Now I really want to reread that book, Misery. Has anyone? Have you ever read Misery?
I mean, I've read some miserable things, but no.
Uh, it's about
You know me in reading though. I got so burnt out through college that
yeah. Me too, to be fair, which is why I mostly listen to audiobooks.
I almost entirely went into graphic novels and comics and manga because at least I can see something.
I have a. I wish I had an impressive gay library like you.
I mean, it is very expansively impressive, and it is ever growing.
Yeah,
I
one of
think I have more books in my room than clothes,
yeah,
which is not that difficult, but
one of the things I definitely want is a big like basically the library from Beauty and the Beast. If somebody could just give me money to build a library in my house, I would be so grateful.
well,
God,
hopefully one day I will be able to do that, but it
yeah,
will also be half mine, so
I'm cool with that.
okay. I mean, what?
I mean, I'm sure we'd like read each other's books at some point. Like, I want to read.
I don't know if I want to read most of the Warhammer universe, Hut. I love you to pieces, but that place is depressing.
Well, most of my books aren't Warhammer.
Oh, thank God.
They're mostly Stephen King, though.
Which I okay. Fun fact. Not really fun, but I already have like stuck in nightmare syndrome. So unless you're reading the specific Stephen King books that are fantasy only or noir mystery, that's going to be almost worse.
Speaking of, Stephen King he wrote a book called Fairy Tale, which is kind of an isekai that I think you'd like.
I know Levi also recommended it to me, and he absolutely loved it.
I liked it. Like, I don't think it's as like this is just a me
He,
thing, because in my opinion, his best is either Pet Cemetery or Needful Things. But it's a pretty good book.
but no, he thinks it's one of the best ones he's ever written, and he's a Stephen King fanatic.
Fair enough. I have to say, I didn't really like Elevation.
You're not talking to the right roommate for that one.
Yeah, it just seemed a bit
I
like
barely know Stephen King's stuff because of like how much he saturated the movies.
yeah. Apparently the New Salem's Lot movie wasn't very good, but I still want to watch it. Oh, the new Final Destination movie comes out soon, so by next week I'll have definitely seen it, so I'll be able to
Oh
talk
well,
about
that's
it.
good. I thought it was already out.
No, if it was already out, I'd be at the cinema right now.
Fine, don't record with me.
I could just record. I could just bring my. I could just bring my computer and the headset into the cinema to record. Yeah,
Yeah,
because that.
that sounds like a wonderful time.
Yeah, I'm sure that won't be annoying to the other moviegoers. Just some like I'm planning. This will actually be my first ever IMAX film. I'm planning to go see it IMAX or 4DX, and
Wait, we've gotten to 4D.
yeah,
Where's the third? What happened? Oh, wait, no, the fourth is time. Never mind. I'm not on board.
yeah, 4DX is where the chairs move about and they spray you with water and stuff.
Uh,
Actually, you know what? I probably won't go see the 4DX one because that sounds a bit like it'll take me out of the movie too much.
I was like, I want to be miserable, but I wasn't gonna say anything because I want you to be happy.
Yeah, I'll probably see it in IMAX. So it'll be my first ever IMAX film, which is bad because I'm an ex-film student. Hmm. Have you ever seen an IMAX film, Jay?
Again, I we did discuss this earlier, and like my ability to recall music once I have been asked the question, "What music do I like?" I could not fathom what IMAXs I've seen because I've seen so little. I
Fair
think
enough.
maybe Star Wars,
Uh,
but they tried to make everything IMAX over here in the US. So, like, That's not really a big
I think there's only
shocker push.
I think there's only one cinema near me that does IMAX.
We have a museum with an IMAX movie theater.
Chris, if I'm wrong and the View does have IMAX, then feel free to hit me over the head with a pillow because he used to work there.
Yeah, I'm like 10 minutes away at most from any amount of IMAX if I really want
Yeah, I'm I'm a bus ride away because I live in the.
it. I know you don't really care for the bus in your area.
Yeah, it's not so much the bus itself; it's more the getting. It's a pain in the arse.
No,
Oh,
I know how.
having said that, last time I got the bus pulled out the second I got at the stop.
Oh, I have one for that. I had a fun episode of narcolepsy while going to work on Saturday and fell asleep on the bus until the end of the line.
Would would the bosses understand?
Well, they did. They just woke me up. Oh no, the bus, not the bosses. Sorry, you said the bosses. Well, see, the lucky thing for me is that my end of the line on the bus was 2 stops away from my work.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah,
But it still sucks that you had the narcolepsy.
yeah, I can't really fix that one,
Yeah, but
but
line.
I lucked out that I was only like 5 minutes later than what I usually like to be there for, because I'm usually 10 minutes early if I can help
Uh,
it.
yeah, I'm the
And then I
same.
was just 5 minutes after call, which, not really the end of the world.
I like being early to things too, because yeah, it's nice not to get shouted at.
I just don't like. I mean, I'm the one shouting at myself for being late. It really doesn't matter what other people say at that point.
So yesterday I found out that I might be the only person in the universe who likes sparkling water.
I mean, I know enough pretentious people that that probably isn't true.
Sparkling water's
Excuse me.
great. It's like water but fizzy. It's refreshing. Goes good with sushi.
I mean, it just tastes like noisy water to me.
That'd be a great name for a band or a podcast.
Terrible name for both.
Shut up.
So loving.
I know, I'm such a caring, kind soul.
I know.
Noisy water.
It really is. I mean, it since okay. So apparently, humans don't have the ability to taste much of the flavor of water. The amount of people who claim that they can taste the flavor of water is very ridiculous. On top of like being able to do all sorts of other things, but since we don't have a huge ability to taste many of the flavor profiles of water, I'm not going to argue that people can't taste it, but the amount that we can is very limited compared to other creatures. Anyhow, since we don't have that much ability to do so, um, the amount of what we do get out of it should not also be, I guess, in my opinion, aggressive.
Aggressive, noisy water.
Yeah, so not
Well,
interested.
I remember I used to astound people by being able to tell the difference between brands of cola by taste.
I mean, the amount of people who can do that. There's a lady who does that with different brands of cola from different establishments.
I'm not quite that good. It's
Yeah,
just
she can
like,
tell which area a specific type of Coke slash Diet Coke comes from.
I just I like full fat normal Coke. Pepsi if I don't have normal Coke. That's my drink of choice. I tried Mountain Dew once, didn't get on with it.
I mean, the
Um,
only Mountain Dew I really like is Baja Blast. It is
oh
by
yeah,
far the best one.
he likes his Baja Blast.
Oh my god, it's so
Like, I found out you can get Baja Blast flavored cigarettes. I
There's
saw,
Baja Blast flavored adult beverages over here.
I know that I saw, and I hope this is a joke. Somebody put their bidet in the toilet to have Baja Blast come out of it. So if you wanted to wash your bum with Baja Blast, you do you.
You mean the Baja Blast?
That was so terrible. It came right back around and being funny.
uh, uh,
Congrats.
I try.
Yeah. Baja Blast. Good title for this episode. But I think the title for this episode should be either Noisy Water or
No, Baja Blast, please and thank you. That's
Alright.
my vote. Oh my god.
Um
Oh, that was inspired.
so what
Oh, Lord.
oh I also tried Prime once. Wasn't
Didn't care
impressed.
for it.
Hated it. It was disgusting.
I don't know what you were talking about.
Prime. Have you not seen Prime? The new drinks are everywhere, made by what's his face,
Never.
the bloke who filmed Corpses one time, and whose brother got in a fight with Mike Tyson. Help me.
Wow, I have no clue what you're talking about. And I've never felt more illiterate towards media and current culture than I do right now.
Um, yeah, there's this YouTuber guy who
Oh, I
uh
think I know who you're talking about. My roommate wanted to watch that fight, and he said it was kind of pathetic.
I did hear that, but yeah, he made this drink called Prime, and it is utterly atrocious.
I'm amazed Amazon lets that happen.
Your guess is as good as mine. Ooh, if I wanted to punish myself, I could buy it because I've got Amazon Prime. I could buy Prime on Prime.
Prime squared.
Mind mind blown. Could you somebody come wipe my brain off the ceiling, please?
No, not your brains. I need those in your brains.
I wasn't using him anyway.
I know. That's what happens when you're an X-film major.
What, your brain flies out?
Apparently, I don't know. I'm just being a
Be be warned,
butt. To be
all film.
perfectly fair, every time you finish a degree, unless you happen to luck out extremely anymore, it seems that that effort is a waste.
Well, I enjoyed doing it. I met some really good people. Everyone in my class was lovely, and yeah, it's just a really good thing that I did. And I can say, I've got a degree.
I mean, that's kind of the same boat as I feel. The only real problem I have is the fact that it just seems like the big raspberry of how little people care anymore about a degree.
Hmm.
That's it.
Yeah, people tell me, oh, you should have done a degree in engineering or like one of the sciences, something. And I'm like, yeah, engineering, physics, all that jazz just goes right over my head. I'm a creative sort. which yeah, I'm a
I mean,
creative
you're
sort.
perfectly fine at being able to do that stuff. But the problem really isn't that. It's more the inability to like actually get any of those careers to land into something that does something anymore,
Mm,
which sounds absolutely ridiculous, you know.
I mean, when you think about it,
I try not to.
when you think about it, I guess people are more likely to pick up my scripts if I ever get around to finishing one if I've got a degree.
I'm just trying not to be sad about how pretentious that sounds. Not again like you're the problem, but it just seems like there's so much going on that that should not be the gatekeeping.
Yeah, well, welcome to the world.
I know it's sad because it sounds like I just woke up in reality.
I'm writing a screenplay based. It's called Meet, and it's about a group of kids on a road trip who get waylaid and have to deal with a family of cannibals. And if that does sound familiar, yes, it is heavily inspired by a certain other franchise, but because they're not really doing anything good with it, and it's only inspired. It's not like I'm going to use the characters.
Oh, people
It's,
and their cannibal fantasies.
yeah, it's like
Why do people like cannibal fantasies so much?
I don't know. It's creepy. It's got a good atmos.
I'm gonna say good is very relative on that, but okay.
I have a poster for a game based on aforementioned film franchise on my corkboard. It's I guess I like the game, but it's multiplayer only is the problem, and usually I have to be in the right mood to play a multiplayer game with randos, which is very rarely happens.
I know. I'm just lucky you like to play the games I like.
Well, yeah, I like V Rising.
Oh, that one's so fun.
Yeah, and that's another game recommendation from us both. V Rising. It is fun
So
as a
good.
yeah, it is fun as a both as a podcast game and as something to do with your friends. And I
It's
know that
just a good time.
yeah, I know that usually saying it's fun with friends doesn't really count for much because technically speaking, anything's fun with friends.
I mean, how many days have we played it now? At least 2 weeks worth,
Yeah,
like
and
total.
that's not including the times we've played it on our own. Because, as I
And I've
say,
been playing it since it came out.
me too. I think we've played it in early access.
I know I did,
Yeah,
but I played it well before you did.
yeah, I played it when it was early access, and I usually don't early access games, but I like vampires. Vampires are cool.
Yeah, it's a good time
Mm,
with vampires,
yeah, and
which is hard to come by.
yeah. I mean, I could probably, as I say, fun with friends probably doesn't count for much because I could probably even tolerate watching Blumhouse's Truth or Dare again if I was doing it with a friend. But yeah, it's a good time.
Had by all.
Yep, I'm pooped.
I have no clue what you're referencing.
Have you not seen Steamed Hams?
Definitely not.
That's like a meme. a few years ago, and it's still funny to this day. And if anyone has a problem with that, then let's just agree to disagree.
Come at me.
Come at me with your polite disagreements.
Oh, dear, you're such a sweet goof.
Thank you. You're lovely too. But yeah, just it's a good. Steamed hams is a clip from The Simpsons that, for some reason, it really blew up in popularity a couple years back, where people like remixing it, doing other versions of it in other settings, and yeah, it's still funny.
I mean, you know what? Something's got to be right.
Yeah, I mean, I'm out of touch, so I don't really know what the newest, latest, greatest meme is.
I mean, apparently neither do I, but I've never even
Yeah,
heard of this one, so.
really, but
I'm usually very aware of memes too, so.
yeah, I
I
think
mean,
the
good
last,
job.
I think the last one meme, my friend, I usually get memes from my friends. The last one they showed me was she said she was 12.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like a To Catch a Predator type deal where they go up
Oh.
to they go up to this bloke and they're all like, excuse me, we've got the chat logs. We know you're here to meet up with an 11-year-old, and then he just goes, she says she was 12.
That's that's so bad.
Yeah,
No. No. Oh my god. Age shaming a 12-year-old.
I love how he was using that as a defense. Like, oh, it's okay to meet up with a 12-year-old, but not an 11-year-old.
Good lord.
People are weird. Do you agree?
I mean, yes. Did you know why the aforementioned um, panty shots in anime was such a commonality?
No.
Okay, so in anime, they do a whole lot of panty shots on very young girls all the
Ew.
time, right? Yes.
Ew. I'm not a fan.
Terrible, terrible. I hate it. I learned why.
It's just going to make me want to bloody hide in the wardrobe.
Probably. But I'll be in the closet with you, so it'll be fine.
Yay.
Anyhow, other than 7 minutes in heaven. So, Japan's consent age used to be 13.
Uh, but, uh, okay.
So, if the consent age was 13, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then anybody depicted of that age was consenting to this sort of shenanigans. I believe they raised the
Okay.
consent age recently, but it's not much better.
What is it?
I think it's like 15 now.
Oh, it's 16 over here.
Oh, I know, but the problem really isn't the number, it's the fact that it's like very objectifying only in one direction.
Uh, I like. Um. Yeah, you just fried my brain. Thanks for that. The only good panty shots, in my opinion, are Senshi from Delicious in Dungeon.
I know, I was about to bring him up. The sacrificed old man panty shots is so funny.
Uh,
Ah,
delicious.
Senshi.
Yeah, Delicious in Dungeon's really good. and that's an
I
anime. That's another anime
love
I
that.
recommend.
I love that manga so much. And it was one of the first ones that I tried to roleplay with people for the longest time when it came out, and nobody wanted to do anything with it. And now the amount of people who have like a louse role playing profile or want to do like terrible things with Senshi, I'm like, where were you guys?
Where were you 20 years ago?
I mean, I think it's only like 10 years old at
Pete,
this point,
potato, potato.
but it is upsetting. I will not lie.
So, do you think this is a good stopping off point?
Why not?
Yeah. Right. This has been Gay Ravings. As always, I've been Ethan.
And I'm Jason.
Uh, I hope you had as good. We hope you had a good time again, and we will see you later.
Take care.
Bye.